Hello, hello, hello. This is my first kitchen live. So welcome to Raw Living Way Kitchen. I'm Janet. I am Chef Janet. So today we're going to change it up. It's my first live, not the last, in the kitchen. So this is my first official live in the kitchen. I've been a chef for over 10 years, professionally trained, and now I'm all about raw foods, baby. So let's get into it. We're gonna make an Alfredo pasta. This is raw. It's all raw, plant-based, raw vegan. And although I do consume honey, so I'm so excited. Yeah, baby. So this is one of my best recipes. And, I was going to go live. I have a membership, Raw Living Self-Mastery. It's a private membership. This was going to be for the membership. This is what I do. I have a culinary program for the students, for everybody in the membership. And in that culinary program, I go over everything I've ever been taught. But today for you, I said, you know what, let me do a demonstration of what goes on in the membership, because I would love for you to join. You're missing out if you're not there. We go over juice fasting. As a juice fast expert, I do coaching programs there. In the membership, you guys, you don't want to miss this. So, and a part of the whole detox program, not just detoxing, nourishing the body, I also offer culinary training from a real chef, as I am, all right? So today we're gonna make kelp noodle pasta and Alfredo, kind of like a cracked pepper creamy Alfredo pasta. So that's what we're gonna do. It's very satisfying, very filling. It's so good, so delicious. You're gonna love it. One of my best recipes I'm making here in-house in my kitchen, all right? So we'll get started. Let me just move this just a little bit, just like so. All right, so this is my awesome kitchen. And I also have a how to go raw. So if you're interested on how to go raw vegan, you wanna go raw, you don't know where to start, down below after this video, I'm gonna have for you how to go raw, easy steps, raw vegan 101 from plate to soul, so that you can go raw and check it out, see what it's all about. I'm gonna send you those videos straight to your inbox, okay? So you're gonna click the box below. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna upload that for you. So as soon as this video is done, this culinary class, I will go over with you. I'll put in the box the whole program on how to go raw vegan, okay? So make sure you click on it and you're gonna get that first video to your inbox. It's my gift to you on how to go raw vegan. Okay, you guys, so let's get started. So these are kelp noodles, okay? So one thing about kelp noodles is they're hard, they're not fun. These kelp noodles are really hard and, they're not fun to chew. They sort of taste like chewy and gross and disgusting, and I would never eat this raw. Like, they're raw, obviously, but I would never consume this if I didn't soften them. We wanna sort of cook them. I mean, they're raw, but we wanna cook them down. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna add hot water. This is very hot water, boiling hot, that's right. So we're adding hot water to the bowl. We're gonna make sure to soak this as much as possible. And we're gonna let this sit. But what's gonna activate this? We're gonna add a little bit of baking soda. I would say let's do 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So this is about a teaspoon of baking soda. All right, yeah, that's about a teaspoon. Okay, so we have about a teaspoon of baking soda in that. And let's activate this. Let's get this going and activate it. So I have some lemon juice. If you have lemon juice, or hi, welcome. Yeah, it is. I do the best here. All right, you guys. So anyway, so this is lemon. It's organic lemon. You can add, squeezed lemon or apple cider vinegar. Right now, we're going to activate these noodles. Look at that. You see how that bubbles up? We want to soften this. As much as possible, okay? So we're gonna soften these noodles, otherwise these kelp noodles are gonna be chewy and gross. So we don't want that. So this is gonna activate So I'm gonna set this aside for about 10 to 15 minutes, preferably 25 minutes. Let it soak. We don't have that time, 25 minutes. Maybe I'll be here that long. So these are gonna soak. This is hot water, baking soda, and lemon. If you don't have lemon, apple cider vinegar. We need to activate this. This is cooking down just to soften it. It's not going to cook it down as in boil them and to the point where they're cooked out and there's no minerals. This is still raw. We're warming them up and softening them. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside here for 30 minutes, 25 minutes. But again, probably won't have that much time, so they're probably going to sit there for about 15 minutes, okay? All right, so let's get started with the sauce. This is going to be a creamy Alfredo cracked pepper Italian sauce. So this is something I used to make at a restaurant that I was a chef for, and it was one of the best things on the menu, and it's delicious, okay? So we're going to make it here. So I have some soaked cashews. These are soaked cashews. It's a quick one, so you can soak your cashews overnight. I did this on the fly. These have been soaking in hot water for about, just now, I just started soaking these. Maybe they've been about here for like 10 minutes. Hot water. It's gonna soften the cashews so that they're easier to digest. And it also sort of cleans them. All right, so these have been soaking, so that's still soaking there. Let's get to it. I'm gonna add my ingredients. Okay, so this is a shallot. I have my trash bowl. You always want to have a trash bowl. So we're just going to put a little bit of that shallot. I'm not putting in too much. So just a little bit of that shallot. And I love shallots because these are, there's a little bit of a green spot. So I'm going to get rid of this green. It's probably been sitting there for a bit. I don't want the green part of the shallot. All right. Nor do I want the green part of the onion. So this, I'm just putting in like maybe like a quarter of the shallot, just a little bit. And I like shallots because they're sweeter than onions. They're more mild, so it's not such a hard bite. So if you don't have shallots, if you don't have a piece of onion powder, add some onion powder. If you don't have garlic, a real garlic, you just add some garlic powder, okay? So we're gonna add this to the cup here. Let's see, I would say, yeah, that's a good size amount. So this is what I do in the membership, you guys. I give a culinary training classes at Raw Living Self Mastery. It's awesome. So we go over juice fasting, detoxing, nourishing, how to live this raw living way. And I do culinary trainings. So you are covered, all right? I hope to see you in the membership. So like I said, I was gonna go live in the membership, but I decided to give you all a treat here for all my subscribers. All right, so before I was doing my health coaching, I'm a health coach as well, you know, a raw vegan chef and a detox expert with juice fasting. Before that, I was a chef at raw vegan restaurants in Los Angeles. That's what I've done. And this is what I'm teaching now for you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of raw garlic, not too much. Again, this has more of a bite, so if you want a mild garlic taste, add the powder, do garlic powder. All right, so there's that. I maybe put one clove, just one clove of garlic. I have my trash bowl here, and actually, yeah, so I just did that, and I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic powder. Let me get my garlic powder. I think that would be nice. So I'm just looking here for my garlic powder. Do I not have it? Yeah, just a little bit of the garlic powder, just to give it a little kick. All right, so we're gonna make it cheesy. This is gonna be a cheesy version. Obviously it's vegan, so our cheese is gonna be, we're gonna flavor it. So we have onion, we have shallot, we have garlic, mustard seed. It's an umami taste. So I'm gonna add some mustard seed. I would say this is about a teaspoon. You can do less. It was just about less than a teaspoon, just about less than a teaspoon. So let's see, we're gonna do some mushroom powder. So I do not do yeast because yeast causes yeast in the body. So a lot of vegans, raw vegan chefs, that's their go-to, is nutritional yeast. It's an easy flavor, it tastes cheesy, but it's yeast. So the last thing we want going raw, you know, we're already doing our juice fast, we're cleaning out the body. The last thing is we want to cause more yeast in the body, so I do not do yeast. So what I do is I do mushroom powder, or I also do mushroom powder, I do miso. All of this gives it a cheesy umami flavor. There's no need for nutritional yeast. Let me break it to you. All right, so we're gonna add some mushroom powder here. This is our cheesy flavor, all right? I'm gonna add some salt. This is Himalayan salt. I also love Celtic sea salt. Just a pinch there. Let's see. Cracked pepper. We want that Alfredo. We're gonna add some cracked pepper. So we want real cracked pepper. If we use old pepper that's been sitting, it's not the same. It's not fresh. So when it comes to pepper, it's gotta be fresh. This is what you're gonna get at a restaurant. At a nice restaurant, we do not use dead pepper. We have fresh ground pepper. So that's what we're doing always, all right? It's gonna make the difference of your food. All right, so we have that going, and this is more cheesiness, you guys. I'm gonna add some miso. I have some natural miso here. So just that was about a just over half a tablespoon. Less than a tablespoon, about a tablespoon, less than a tablespoon of miso, all right? So we're gonna uncook, we're gonna get in the kitchen, we're gonna create intuitively. You don't have to go exact, make it your own. Make it your own. Some people hate onions, some people don't like garlic, some people can't stand it spicy. I'm giving you the goods and you make it your own, okay? That's what you're gonna do. All right, so what else here? I think that's pretty much good here, all right? So now I'm gonna add some water. This is spring water. I would say that's good. That was about a cup. That's just about 1 cup. And now I'm gonna add my cashews. These are the cashews. Let me rinse these off. And now I'm gonna blend. Oh, one more thing, I forgot my lemon juice. This is gonna give it more cheesy flavor. Let's get some lemon juice in here. So this is our Alfredo sauce. You always wanna have a trash bowl. We do not want those seeds. If you add the seeds of the lemon, it's gonna be bitter. I juice the seeds when I'm juicing, but I don't want to eat them in my food. They're bitter. So let's just do that. Now at this point, if you guys wanna add some basil, you can add basil. If you wanna add your herbs that you love, go for it, go for it. This is about less than a lemon, it's about 1 lemon. I do find that it needs it. It needs the lemon just to pick up the flavor. All right, now we're gonna blend. You always want to clean as you go. You want to clean your station as you go. All right. Whoops. You want it to blend really, really well. No chunks. All right, taste test. As a chef, we taste as we go. We taste as we go. And we flavor in layers. As we're making food, we're flavoring. And this is how you get good flavor. All right, this is how you can stay on top of your game. All right, so as you can see, the consistency is thinner than I wanted. The great thing is this thickens up in the refrigerator overnight. So by tomorrow, by like 6 hours, this will be thicker. It's a nut. It gets thicker. So it's never going to get thinner. It's going to get thicker. So always keep that in mind. So let's taste it. Like I said, it's a little thinner. We want it thicker than this. I'm just going to add a little bit more cashews right now to thicken it up. But you can just kind of see. All right, let me just taste this. Delicious. Ooh, that's got a bite. Put a little bit more salt, a little bit more cashews, and that's it. And I think you can use a little bit more miso. Miso gives it that umami flavor, just a little bit more miso, not a lot. All right, and the lemon juice is fine. Let's just blend it up a little bit more to get it smoother. Let's try this. If I can just get it to open. All right. Woo! A little muscle. Let's try this. Ooh, nice. See? Thicker. You see that consistency? It's thicker. That's what we want. That's damn good. That is darn good, you guys. I'm gonna do a little bit of more mushroom powder. Again, we don't do nutritional yeast here. Nutritional yeast causes yeast in the body. It feeds the yeast. So we find alternatives to cheesy flavors, like mushroom powder. You can also dry mushrooms if you have a dehydrator. Dry your mushrooms, dehydrate them in the dehydrator, and then you blend them into a powder. Fill up a jar, and now you have shiitake powder. It's a very sort of, I don't want to say meaty, but it gives it umami flavor, all right? All right, cool. So that's it. We're good. I'm going to blend this up a little. I think we're good. I'm not going to, and a little bit more cracked pepper, fresh cracked pepper. And that's it. Little bit more lemon juice. See, we flavor as we go. We taste as we go. And then one more blend, baby, and we're good. Now this is getting softer and softer and softer and softer. It's been sitting, it's been soaking, and it's been cooking. Not cooking out the flavor, but cooking down as in softening. Not cooking as in cooking the minerals, I mean. It's softening the noodle is what I meant. It's a term we use as chefs, cooking something down. It's not technically cooking it as in heating it. Just like you can cook down fish with lemon, right? As in to soften the fish, to cook it down, kill anything in the fish that needs to be, you know, we don't eat fish. I'm just giving you an example. All right, so let's get this blending. Let's try this. It's gotta be perfect. It's gotta be perfect. All right, let's see. That is fire. It's fire. It's so good. I hope you make it. I hope you guys make this. All right. Now remember, this is gonna thicken up even more once it's in. I already have some from the other day I made, so I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna use the old stuff. But I just wanted to show you guys how to make it, all right? Cool. So now, this is good. This can actually sit longer, but we don't have time right now for that because I'm doing the video. However, it could sit like 10 more minutes. But the good news is, while it's soaking in the marinade, in the cheese, in the Alfredo sauce, the cracked pepper cheese sauce, it's gonna soften even more. So it's gonna soften anyways because there's lemon in here, and that lemon cooks it down even more, breaks it down. It breaks it down. All right, so let me rinse this. Now you wanna rinse the noodles very well. You have to, otherwise it's gonna taste like baking soda. So I use aluminum-free baking soda, but we don't want our food to taste like baking soda. That's gross, right? So wash it, rinse it out, make sure you rinse it out well. Again, we don't want this to taste like the baking soda it's been sitting in. Rinse it well. All right, so let me rinse that really quick here, you guys. Just bear with me. So I'm gonna rinse this with clean water. I use clean spring water. Actually, let me show you what I'm doing. So this is the noodles. I just drained them. And I'm gonna rinse this. I don't want that baking soda flavor, right? So I'm just making sure that there's no baking soda flavor that it was sitting in. Cool, that's good. So this is just spring water. All right, now I'm gonna drain this. And bring it back to the bowl. All right. So now what we're gonna do is, while that's still draining, I'm gonna sit this aside. It's draining, we're gonna sit it here. And let's get our toppings ready. What are we gonna put on it? So excited. All right. So we have some red pepper, some bell pepper. We have some Kalamata olives. We have some fresh herbs. And yeah, and some arugula. We can mix in some arugula. I love arugula. It's bitter. It's got a bite to it. So with the lemon and the arugula, it's pungent, next level. And it's gonna give it a freshness. You know, it's gonna pick it up, give it some life. All right, let's do it. Got some red pepper. So for the red pepper, I think I'm gonna do dices. All right. There's that. Actually, I'm gonna do the whole thing because I'm gonna make the whole thing. I'm not gonna finish it. It's a lot of food. It's just me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have it in the refrigerator and I have lunch for tomorrow or dinner. See? So you can always make extra food and just throw it in the fridge. All right, so. And I like it in dices, so when we bite into it, it's not a huge gnarly bite. It's just gonna give it a pop of freshness. And you know, this is rich in vitamin C. Red pepper has got a kick of vitamin C. All right, now we got some olives. Olives are also a prebiotic for the gut. So this is why you got to get in the membership. I do this. I'm training everyone in the membership to be a chef, to be their own master chef. It's Raw Living Self-Mastery. The membership is here. I'm going to put a link down below after this, all right? So for the olives, I'm just dicing them in half. Just dicing them in half, you guys. I think I'm going to do a little bit more. I'm a sucker for olives, so let's get some more. And if you're doing a juice fast, you know, this is what I teach. In the membership, I guide you on your juice fast from start to finish. How do we prep for the fast? How do we break the fast? All of this, you guys, in the membership. And I coach one-on-one. If you have any questions on coaching, I'm here for you, okay? Anything going raw? All right, let's see. Okay, so we're good on that. Let's get some parsley. I'm not going to dice the parsley too small. And I think we're good. All right, let's get this going. We got my toppings there. So this has been soaking. This has been soaking. You could see, look at the difference. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. All right. See the difference? All right, so I'm gonna just get this out of here. So let's get this. Draining off that water. Now I'm putting in all my ingredients in here, okay? Everything goes in. All right. This is the Alfredo sauce, all of it, baby. Wow, that's awesome. So good. So this is what I made the other day. I'm gonna add a little bit of today's sauce. Just to give it a pop, and that's it. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that delicious? So good. And it's raw, and there's no dairy. You don't have to worry about dairy and bacteria and hormones of how they inject these cows and pus. There's no dairy. You don't feel heavy, and it's freaking delicious. So if you don't have cashews, use sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds are awesome. If you don't have sunflower, use a nut that you love. It doesn't have to be cashews. There's no one way. There's no one way. Use what you have in the refrigerator. Whatever recipe, I'm telling you, you just make it your own. Now, the best part about this is the longer this sits in the refrigerator, it's gonna soak up that flavor, that sauce. You see? So, I mean, I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna make this now because I wanna eat. So this is done. This is done. Let's taste it. Let's taste it. Actually, I think I wanna add some, I'm gonna add some greens to this. I wanna add some arugula. Add a little bit more greens. Yeah. And I'm gonna finish it off with some more lemon juice. Let me add a little bit more lemon juice just to give it a pop. You know what? I'm gonna get in there with my hands. And it's done. I'm gonna serve this for you guys so you can see what I'm doing here. So at this point, you can add more sauce if that's what your heart desires, which I think I will. It's delicious. That fresh cracked pepper, the shallot, and the garlic. All right, let me rinse my hand, and I'm gonna serve this. All right, let's serve this, baby. All right. Actually, I want to try something. All right. You know, I can't help myself. The plating has got to be right. I'm giving you a Michelin star restaurant guide here. Okay, that's where my training comes from. All right, and then we're gonna top this off with some other ingredients, and that's it. So let's get some of the peppers and the olives. All right. Wow, look at that, you guys. And that's it. And then the rest you can just refrigerate, and then you have lunch for the next day, all right? So here you go. There you go. This is an Alfredo pasta, all right? Let's dig in. Oh. Mmm. Mmm. Delicious. I love it. I want more sauce. Some pepper, finish it off. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna finish my pasta. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna have a really nice meal, as you deserve. You deserve a nice meal, and I hope you make this for yourself. It's a treat. It's a treat. It's clean. It's nourishing. It's delicious. It's delicious, and I hope you enjoy this. Sending much love. Share this video. Share this video. Share this recipe. All right, guys? I will see you, and hopefully I'll see you in the membership so we can do more culinary trainings like this. I do desserts, solids, juicing programs, smoothies, everything in this raw living way, because this is the only way. Much love, everybody. Bye. End.